Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a quick little foolishness chat. I don't have time to do full out like an hour little foolishness chat, so these little quick ones is what I'm trying to do. Okay, but first things first. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that good stuff. Do not forget to also like this video because it helps YouTube share us with other people. Okay, so like the video and whatnot. Okay, you can also comment in the comment section. You can hit the share button to share it on your social media. Share me with your peoples. Okay, if you love me or don't like me, share me anyway. Okay, do not forget to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. You can always also remember to inhale and to exhale because it keeps you calm, cool, and collected, and you don't want to punch somebody in the face. Okay, as always, follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. The link is in the description box below every single video. Y'all know to like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Now to these two little stories I want to. Okay, with Akbar V, who wants forgiveness from Alexis Skyy. Forgive me is what she asking for. And it feels like Alexis is like, no, thank you, no, ma'am. I don't want you telling me you sorry because I don't believe you. Now we know Akbar V and Alexis got a little beef or whatever. Was it last month? I think it was a couple weeks ago because it's just time to fit the 16th of July. And they got into a little disagreement, a little fight or whatever. And they were on social media. And Akbar V, okay, called Alexis Skyy's child like brain dead, called her the R word, which is not a nice thing or whatever. And she was just saying mean things about that lady kid. And Alexis like, girl, you gonna catch these hands. I may not be a fighter, but I will fight you. I'm pissed. And while everyone like Akbar, you were dead as wrong. Akbar, you should not have said that about that girl daughter. Now we all know Alexis Skyy daughter, who was 3, little Lele. She was born, I believe, 3 months premature. She was born at like a pound or two. She was born with hydrocephalus, which is a disorder where the brain, like the fluid in the brain, builds up. Okay, so her daughter is a bit delayed, but she's getting better and better all the time. And where there were times that she thought her daughter would not make it, she's a miracle either way. So again, to call that child brain dead, to call that child off the R word was horrible. And then to keep standing in it and saying, I'm not going to say, I said what I said. Akbar's issue is she needs Jesus. Okay, she needs somebody to pray hard for her because she got some demons. Because nobody around here being this upset and fussing with everybody for no reason like she do. And she also has an entitled sense of self to where she feel like she's a queen or something, but she isn't. Okay, and so I believe her IG page was shut down for a while. I think she lost her page based on things she said, but she recently got her page back. Okay, and she went home. She went ahead and apologized to Alexis for what she said. Now let's read what she said on the thing or whatever. Okay, I want to apologize for my action a couple weeks ago. Okay, no matter what. She need period girl. Look, I do not like when people have these run along sentences. I need punctuations and where's the period? Okay, there's a few periods missing in this damn thing. Okay, let me start over. I want to apologize for my actions a couple weeks ago. No matter what I shouldn't, comma, no matter what I shouldn't have stepped out of character. I'm like, but your character is always stepping out of itself. So what character are you referencing? Akbar, what character? You always act like this. Okay, so this is not out of character. This is exactly who you are. Show them who you are, Simba. That's who you is, Simba. That's who you are. I'm gonna leave that be. Okay, anyway, so I said things I shouldn't have said. So as a businesswoman, as a woman, period, I'm apologizing for anyone that I offended. I'm better than that, and I'm going to get the help I need and deserve. As a woman, as a businesswoman, is weird because I feel like She must be on some medication. Someone gave her some act right medication to say these words. Don't use no periods or commas or whatever. Just run them along. Put all these words together and then put it on IG. Okay, do that and let's try to get them to forgive you. To forgive you. It's like no, ma'am. Okay. Anyway, and and it was the thing. Wait, for anyone that I offended, I'm better than that, and I'm going to get the help I need and deserve. I'm going to therapy and really about to heal myself. Don't just heal yourself. Heal yourself. Um, Talk to yourself. Have full-fledged conversations with yourself, so you can always see what part is a little bit off kilter than the other. Okay, get a whole bunch of help, Akbar. Okay, now Lele, I apologize, and to any other special needs kid that I offended, I really apologize for that. No matter who said something first to me, I should have handled that situation. I think she meant to say she shouldn't have handled that situation how she did. Look, even if Layla was the only child you was talking to, even if he's the only child who needs special needs, you still had no reason to bring her up. And people kept saying Alexis did not speak on Akbar's children. All she said was, "We are both mothers. You should be at home with your children." She didn't call your children dumb or crazy or missing any medical thought or what. She didn't say any of that. She said you should go home and be a mama. She questioned your motherhood more than anything else, because y'all are older women, well not older, grown women with children. What y'all fussing and fighting for at a club? Okay, now I did see on the shade room because the shade room also posted Akbar's "I'm sorry, forgive me" thing or whatever, and then Alexis responded and said, per Layla's mother, I do not accept your apology. I don't know if I like screenshot that. But again, I don't blame Alexis for not yet accepting her apology because it's like, do you really mean it? Do you really you had enough time pass for you to grow as a person? I don't think you've had time to grow as a person for the things you said and how you kept pushing on narrative. So again, Akbar V, go sit down somewhere. Now I'm gonna say this: the reason I put these two stories together is because Akbar V did something and she's not asking for forgiveness. Forgive me. However, I don't think she's had any time to grow out of who she was last week. Okay, I do feel like people can change. No one changed from week to week unless you are a bit, touched here and there, whatever. Um, and then things change. But Akbar hasn't went and did the work yet. She hasn't. So I'm like, I need you to apologize in like a month. Okay, go to some therapy, talk to some folk, whoever, pray to Jesus, then come back. You know what? I had time to think. Okay, and it wasn't just me thinking about my ID page being gone. I can't make no money. I had time to think about what I said for real, for real. And now I am truly sorry for the pain I inflicted on you. Don't just say sorry to me publicly. Also come to me one-on-one. Okay, what I don't want is for Alexis Skyy and Akbar to be on the damn conversation on Zeus. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, the second conversation I'm going to have about forgiveness and people saying things they should not say, okay, is this whole scenario, okay? We have Chrissy Teigen, Michael Costello, Leanna Lewis, and then what's the name on the end? I forgot that quick. Maxie J. Now, we all know that Christy over here, okay, had a whole big old scandal about her saying bullying and trolling things to people on social media, maybe Twitter, for a long time, about 10 years ago. And she said she's no longer that person. But the person she was speaking about brought her name up. And since then, Christy has been getting all kind of flack for things she said on Twitter 10 years ago. Now, the difference between what Christy did and what Akbar V did is Chrissy has had 10 years to grow the fuck up. She's had 10 years to grow up, get married, admit she had a drinking problem, had 2 babies, lost a lot of babies. She brought about she had miscarriages. She's lived life. And I fully believe, you can grow over 10 years. You don't really grow over 10 days. Okay, so I'm gonna go off screen because it's weird. Anyway, but Chrissy is really going through it because Chrissy is really going through it. No, Chrissy Teigen is going through it because Chrissy, I don't know. Anyway, but she's going through it based on the things she said to Courtney Stardom at least 10 years ago via Twitter when Courtney was married to that old man and they was on that reality show, whatever, and she was a grown person. No, she was a child acting grown and doing grown things and responding in grown ways. And Chrissy came at her as an adult, a mean adult, a troll adult, a trolling, bullying adult, yes. But I still feel like there are so many people who were trolling back then. I'm just always like, why are we focusing on one person who happens to be famous? You can't tell me other folks what with that girl. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, Chrissy has grown up over the past 10 years of her horrible trolling behavior. And I 100% feel like trolls should be held accountable. Trolls should be called out. However, it's a difference between holding someone accountable for what they've done and what they've said versus wanting to continue to penalize them for things of their past that they've moved on from, that they've grown up from. It doesn't mean what she did back then don't matter. It doesn't mean what she did back then was okay. What it means is she has grown from the bullshit of past. Everyone should want trolls to grow the fuck up. Because if not, what's the point? Why would you want trolls just to continue to be trolls, who continue to stay in that ugly ass mindset? What sense does that make? None. Okay. So again, Chrissy has lost brain. Look, I love Chrissy's cookware. Like the what's it called? I look at the thing. I have the pots and pans. I have the utensils. I have two knife sets. I have a lot of her stuff. Cravings by Christy. So I like her products. However, because of her antics, she lost brand deals. There are stores who are no longer carrying her products. Macy's, I believe, was the Macy's in Walmart or Macy's and whoever. I think Macy's and whoever else is no longer, selling her stuff. So she's suffering consequences of things she's done. What I don't like is people trying to make it seem as if we have to keep putting her down. We have to keep making her, she needs to suffer for what she said because she's still that horrible. No, she grew us the fuck up. I want every evil, despicable troll who's sitting right at home and trolls are miserable people. And she admitted she was a miserable, depressed, not depressed, I won't say depressed, but she was a miserable person who was unhappy. She was unhappy. And that's why she was a troll. She's better now. We should want trolls to grow from being assholes. And if we have to see them and hold them accountable, that's fine. But you should not want to continue to punish them later. I don't believe in that. I don't. And if you do, that's on you. You can have your own opinion or whatever. And then people are saying how could John Legend be with her? I was like, I don't know if he was checking her Twitter. No one knew she said these specific things to specific people. Okay? And again, who's to say that as bad as she was, being with him is what helped her not be that person? We should want people to get help. You cannot want people to stay miserable and just be punished consistently. That's crazy. Okay? Now, that whole thing was going on. Boom, pow, pow. Michael Costello, who was a designer, then came out and said that Chrissy Teigen at one point had made him so depressed that he wanted to also take his own life because he was accused of being a racist. He was accused of calling someone, a Negro. Okay, you know what I mean? Call someone a Negro and, this and that. And when that happened, I remember it happening. When it happened, Chrissy Teigen said things to him like, your career's over. You can't be out here being racist. At that point in time, her conversations or her comments towards him was based on the video footage or the photo footage of him going around calling someone a Negro. Okay? It wasn't as if he was sitting around minding his own business. He was not accused of something, and she can't argue, you're a racist. It's like, no, you were accused of being one. And she had a response. Now, he has always said that photo or whatever was Photoshop. He had never done that. However, I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? Now, Leona Lewis then said, oh, you want to jump on the bandwagons? Okay. Well, you said how Chrissy made you feel some kind of way or whatever. You made me feel some kind of way. So, again, because Chrissy started said that Chrissy bullied her. Okay, that made Michael say, well, she also bullied me. And then Leona Lewis said, well, you made me feel sad about myself. You made me unhappy with myself. You made me have body issues because you were supposed to fit me for a fashion show for charity. But because I'm not a sample size, you made me feel like you didn't want to dress me. Okay. And she said that he basically called out for dressing her for this event, and then she did not go. And so when people asked her, why didn't you go? She's like, well, she made it whatever reason it was. So that was her issue. He then like, well, I don't know that. You never told me that. Well, yeah, okay, but you also never told Chrissy back then how she made you feel. So don't question how you made someone else feel, okay? Either him or his assistant then was posting photos of her in the dress. Well, what was the issue? What was the issue here? You had it or someone. And my thing was, what she said was how he treated me and the way that he did not want to fit me any further for his clothes at that point in time is what made me have body issues because I was not a sample size. I remember him on Project Runway. A lot of the designers on the show do not want to style or dress or make clothes for a plus size person. I don't even mean my plus size. I mean if you a size 8. God forbid you got a size 2 or 4 or possibly a 6. If you a size 8 or a size 10, or God forbid a 12, okay, they were always not happy with having to fit bigger models. And not my size big. I mean like Fantasia thick. Okay? Maybe Queen Latifah thick. Okay? Like maybe K. Michelle thick. Okay? They had, well, not after surgery. But again, you know what I'm saying? They had issues with it. So I can believe she felt some kind of way. We've seen them make these kind of comments on Project Runway. Okay? But again, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, I did not know I made you for the way, blah, 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 blah. And then the designer Mila over here, is it not Mila? Not Mila. Maxie James. She then brought up how she was the one who he called a Negro back in the day, and it was Chrissy Teigen who came to her defense from him calling her a Negro. So the moral of this story is there is always someone who has made somebody else feel some kind of way. The only thing we can hope is that someone has grown the fuck up and can admit they did things wrong. They are different now. They've grown from it. They have not put their hands on nobody. They just said bad things, but they've done the work, took the time to become better people. Akbar, go get therapy, go get some help, come back better. Chrissy, just shut up. Stay off social media because she did a whole long essay, thesis paper or whatever of like 18 pages or whatever, front and back. And the same how she's been taking in what she's going through. I'm not a person who's still upset with Chrissy. And it's not because I keep saying her name wrong. And it's not because I have her cookware. It's because I feel like she's taking the time to grow the fuck up. And she's admitting, I was a troll. Yes, I was a troll. Some of y'all motherfuckers are trolls. Come here just to talk shit. Okay? What we want y'all to do is stop, grow up, learn from it, and move on. Okay? Anyway, that's all I have for this. That's all I have. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. Do not forget the ladies first panel is tomorrow or today, because y'all gonna see this on Thursday. It's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Niecy Dixon channel. Please see us there. We're gonna have a good ass time. Other than that, I will talk to you later. Peace.